Well, hello everyone and welcome. We are going to have so much fun talking about essential oils for a peaceful, relaxing evening. And again, it's so important to get our sleep and to be able to shut the chatter off in our minds. And I've got some strategies you're going to want to hear about. I would love to give you a big, huge, warm welcome. And if you could do me a huge favor and like this video, subscribe to our channel so that you're able to participate anytime we do a live event. Karen and I are headed over to Crete and Greece the mid to end of October, and we are going to be meeting with some potential new essential oil distillers. We're so excited about that. So we're going to be doing some pop-up random live events on our travels inside of our Natural Living Club school community and our Thriving Aromatherapist school community. So make sure that you are in either one or both of those communities to get some backstage insider looks into what it's like to go on an essential oil sourcing trip, to meet some folks, and we are going to have a lot of fun doing that. So I want to give a huge hello to everyone who's here. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Carrie. Hi, Ellie. It's so nice to see all of these beautiful, familiar faces. Hello. I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here. We tried something last week and had so much fun doing it. We're going to do it again this week. So we are going to do our live event. I'm going to make some essential oil blends with you I'm going to make one essential oil blend with you and talk through some other potential scenarios where you can customize and make your own blend with your oils in your own home. We're going to do a blend together, drop by drop method like we've been doing. And then at the end of our live event here on YouTube where you're watching right now, we are going to then, anyone who is in our Natural Living Club over in school, we're going to do a live Q&A over there where you can bring up any questions that you might have. And I would love to know what essential oil substitutions you might make for your own blend and what essential oil routines you already have that you can share with us, because our group over in the Natural Living Club is so very knowledgeable, so much wisdom and joy. And so we're going to go live inside of our school, inside of our Natural Living Club school community as simultaneously as this event is ending. We'll be starting that event over in school, just so you can see. Those of you who are members of school, if you're this is what the Natural Living Club looks like. If you're not yet a member, it is $24 a year to join, and it's so well worth it. We have so many perks and so many great conversations. So we're live right now, Essential Oils for a Peaceful Evening. If you go up to calendar, this is where you can join right after we're done. I have it set to start at 11:30, so the community will pop open, but I probably won't hop in until 11:45 our time here in Montana, because we'll be on this event live still. So you click right here, and then this is where you can join the link to go and attend our Natural Living Club member only Q&A, which I'm very excited about. We have all kinds of amazing strategies coming in for a peaceful evening right here inside of our Natural Living Club. 95 comments of folks who are letting us know what essential oils they like, different routines in terms of reading or meditating, exercises they like to do. I've been really just having so much fun reading along and just gaining different things I want to try for my own peaceful evening routine to just usher in that really restorative, restful sleep that almost always I have to be super intentional about. Otherwise, I don't get a good night's sleep. I have to really work on my sleep etiquette to make sure that I am getting the sleep that I need. So I'd love to know over here if you have ideas that you would like to share. Please pop them over here into the chat. Wendy's saying, Jenny, I hope your back is feeling better. So this is something I'm going to talk about in our live Q&A right after this event. But over this weekend, this past weekend, I sneezed like funny on Sunday morning and just threw out my lower back. So I actually have, I'm going to walk through the blend that I made that was absolutely a complete game changer for me that really helped. And I will go through and tell you what that blend is in our Q&A event after we're done with this event. So definitely, if you have time and you're in our Natural Living Club, come on over because it's going to be fun. And I'll tell you my secret pain blend that really helped just kind of ease those muscle spasms and just kind of help get things back on track. Um, Again, hello, hello. Hi, Angie. A huge thank you to Mina, who's here answering and engaging and just being a wonderful, joyful part of our community. Thank you so much. Hi, Kate. Nice to have you here. If this is your very first live event with us, if you could pop in a one into the chat, we want to give you a warm, warm, warm welcome on behalf of all of our communities. We have the Aromahead Institute, we have Aromatics International, the Thriving Aromatherapist, and Natural Living Club. This is a place for all of us to come together and to make some recipes when it comes to different things, how essential oils can really support different areas of our lives in a really, really robust, powerful way. So we're about to go into and do a drop-by-drop method, looking at different essential oils that I've pre-selected. We'll be making a blend with 3 of these oils in about 5 minutes or so. So thank you so much for being here. All right. Let's go ahead and dive in. Now, oh good, we've got some ones before I dive in. Hi, Laura. Hello, Elizabeth and Deborah. We've got GC. We've got Mira, Nancy, Pierre. We've got lots of ones coming in. That's amazing. Karen is sneaking in with my tea. Thank you so much. That looks delicious. Thank you so much. We've got so many ones coming in. Thank you for being here. We're so excited to have you here. This is your new community to connect and to learn and to grow and to share your wisdom with us. So thank you so much for being here. All right. So this is the theme of today is all about essential oils for a restful, peaceful evening, which means not only are we getting into that state of relaxation by being really intentional with the oils we're selecting, but all of these oils are really good to just usher you into a deep restorative sleep and hopefully get you into that really sleepy state where you have a really deep sleep all night long. Now, one thing about essential oils and sleep that I remind myself is that if you're someone that really, really, really struggles with sleep, I would really make sure that you set yourself up for success with both your expectations and your routines. Now, essential oils work really, really well in tandem with lifestyle decisions that also promote your ultimate goal right there. So if you are wanting to have that deep sleep and you put together your essential oil blend, you put your essential oil blend on and then you vacuum the house and you've got Netflix going and you decide you want to go out and do a 5K, the essential oil blend that you have might help you sleep better than if you didn't have it at all, but you also need to pair it with lifestyle choices that pair and go really well with the intention of your blend. So you want to do things instead of vacuuming and running your 5K and just watching things until you go to sleep. You want to also have a really nice book to read. Maybe you're journaling, maybe you're taking a bath, just really setting yourself up for a really deep sleep. And that's going to be the winning combination when it comes to a restful evening. And I would love to know, I'd love to know what is something that you are already doing that helps you with a restful evening routine or with sleep. We would love to know in the comments here where you're watching. We'd love to know your tips and tricks too. Of course, over in our Natural Living Club, we've got that pinned thread at the very top where people are diving in and sharing things as well. So 2 places to share your wisdom because we would love to know what works for you. It might help someone else out with a similar life experience or a certain wherever you are in life. That can be very helpful for someone else too. All right. So, oh, I love that, Peggy. So we have a certification program, and Peggy is in our certification program, and her paper was on insomnia. I love that so much. I know. And it's something where, sometimes you can struggle with sleep for a short period of time, or maybe it's a lifetime of you having to shut off your brain at night, and it's hard to do that. And so here, I hope that you'll have some immediate takeaways of things that can help you. Now, if you are in our Natural Living Club, you know that we love to give away free gifts to our members. So this week, your free gift as a Natural Living Club member, and our team went through and added it all up, and since June, we've given over $300. I think it's actually $315 worth of free gifts to our Natural Living Club members. And that is so exciting. We love to give free gifts out so that you're able to either try an oil or a product for the first time, see if you like it, see if you want to keep using it, or if it's a product that's familiar to you, to just help build up your essential oil apothecary there in your home or your kitchen. And this week's free gift is Angelica root, a blend of Angelica root, 6 drops of Angelica root in 1 ounce of jojoba oil. Now, Angelica root, we're going to really do a deep dive into Angelica root and how it can help with relaxation and a deep sleep. And just getting into that mode for deep sleep in just a minute. But this is your free gift for anyone in the Natural Living Club. Just make sure that the email address you use for your Natural Living Club membership and your Aromatics International account are the same. And then automatically any order over $25, you'll get tagged, and this will pop up in your account, and we'll put it in your order and ship it out to you. And it's a great way, if you have not yet worked with Angelica root, it's a great way to use this blend, see how the aroma resonates with you, how the oil resonates with you. And if you want to, you can order more. And if you are like, that was a nice thing to try, but I'm not sure it's for me, it's a way for us to introduce you to potential new oils to see if you want to lean into it, or if this 6 drops of Angelica root and 1 ounce of jojoba is enough for you. And if you already love Angelica root and work with it, if you could pop in a 3 into the chat. It was so interesting to me to read through the comments in our Natural Living Club yesterday. I would say that Angelica root is a new oil for most of our NLC members, which is so exciting, and I love introducing you to new friends. So this is going to be very fun. All right, and again, all of these amazing suggestions. Mary is saying I usually play a guided meditation or sleep tones music. I do that too, and I love that. It really helps me, just kind of gives me something to focus on so I can then wind down. And along with my essential oil blend, it really helps to just whoosh, helps me go to sleep. All right, so I'm going to move this free gift to the side. We're going to come back and blend with it in just a little bit, but I wanted to just show you how it comes in this cute little bag. It comes with a dropper so that you're able to work with the oil and easily get it out of its bottle. All right, we'll put that right there for now. So Angelica root, I'm going to go over and take you to the description over at Aromatics International. We're going to come back to lavender infused frankincense essential oil in our time together today, but I want to take you to Angelica root right here. Now, I love all of the info over here on aromatics.com. I'm just on this website and in my Aroma Head courses like crazy when I'm preparing and putting my notes together for our events that we do for you. And I love all of the information that we have over at aromatics.com on the oils. So a little quick breakdown on Angelica root. This particular Angelica root is certified organic. We love, 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 love working with certified organic or organically grown essential oils. Now, some countries don't have organic certification, right? There's not folks that come around to different fields or orchards in different countries. That it just doesn't exist. So we partner with farmers, with growers who practice organic growing practices, if that makes sense. And so because of our personal relationship with them, we know that the oil is organic. Now in France, it is certified organic because France has a robust system for certifying different products. So we know that it's certified organic. It has a 4-year shelf life. And like we've talked about with shelf life, it's not like milk in that it just goes off, right? It has a shelf life that is a bit of a moving target, in that it just depends on how the oil is taken care of from the moment it's distilled to the moment it comes to your door, and then how you take care of it, where you keep it in your home or your workplace or whatever it might be. We went down and we visited a nutmeg distiller, and we decided not to partner with that particular distiller because the oil that they were producing, while it smelled beautiful and amazing, they kept it in a really, really warm room, and they kept it in plastic. And that plastic can actually leach into the oil and create phthalates in the oil, and you don't want to have that on your body. And so it's a huge process to trust every step of the way. And so when Karen's talking to different distillers, and this is on my mind because we're going to Crete and Greece to do this exact thing, where we meet people in person, or Karen goes through and does her due diligence with conversing with different folks about every single step of the process, so you know you're getting gorgeous oil that when it's distilled, it's then kept in a cool, dark place from the moment of distillation, and every step along the way, it's really carefully protected and cared for. That means you're going to get a really gorgeous, long shelf life with a vibrant, beautiful oil. And so, this particular oil that we're talking about right now, Angelica root. Thank you for listening to my little soapbox message on shelf life and taking care of oils every step of the way on its journey from distiller to you and your kitchen. This is from France. Now, Angelica root is steam distilled from the roots of this particular plant. And it has a very, in terms of its energetics, it has a very protective presence that can really help you feel grounded. And it has a beautiful aroma that some people are in love with the aroma. They can't get enough. And some folks like to tuck it in with other oils. It just depends where you are on the spectrum of your aromatic preference. But it's a really bright, beautiful oil. It's very herbaceous. Some folks say it has like a hint of dill or like a wild celery. And it definitely has that earthy, deep, not deep. It has like an earthy, light, herbaceous aroma to it. And let me tell you, for those of you who tend to like quote unquote more masculine aromas, it blends so well with oils like patchouli and vetiver. It just creates a really beautiful oil. So it could be that maybe you have someone in your life that tends to lean into more of those masculine aromas, quote unquote. This is a great oil for that. There's not a floral here, and it blends so well together, and is just a really great pairing when it comes to synergy of aromatics. So it's so beautiful. It really helps with ushering in that good night's sleep. And so that's one of the reasons we're anchoring this entire event in Angelica root, especially with your free gift that you're getting as a Natural Living Club member, because of its ability to just be so quieting to the mind and just so peaceful. It also is really good if you're having any kind of joint issue or muscle issue. And if you are experiencing a cold or flu, it can really help open up your breathing and airways. So when you get an oil that can help with cold and flu, that can help with sleep, that can really calm your central nervous system, and is also good for pain and inflammation, that is a really great oil to have in your aromatherapy toolkit for a variety of reasons. Often, if we are going through a cold or flu, we weren't able to stop it right away. It's progressing. We didn't have our oils right there. We couldn't do our steam blend. It's progressing. When you have an oil that can both help with sleep and just with your breathing and respiratory system, it's just a wonderful pairing. And it's a very popular aroma for perfume making because of that celery, slightly dill. And I hate to say dill because not everyone picks up on that. Some folks are like, what are you talking about? It just very much has that, like, I would say celery is but definitely that, like a celery flower. It smells really beautiful. Okay, I want to head back over to my comments and just check in before we go into our other options. And again, like we've been doing, this is going to be a drop-by-drop method in terms of our blending. And I would love for you to weigh in on the other oils we choose. We are going to be working with Angelica root, and we are going to be making a jojoba blend to put on your chest, on your pulse points, to really help with sleep. But I would really like your guidance as we go through and we put the rest of this blend together. I love doing drop-by-drop blending on these events because I want you to see how easy and effective it can be to let your intuition navigate which oils you're choosing. And so I'm very excited to do this with you. I know it is. It's lovely. The vetiver and patchouli, it's a lovely blend with vetiver and patchouli. It's beautiful. And GC, I love this question. How do you choose carrier oils? I love that question. So the carrier oil you choose, it has unique properties on its own, like cranberry seed oil, red raspberry seed oil, avocado oil. Those are all somewhat unique. They're all moisturizing and nourishing to your skin, but they have different thicknesses and they bring their own they bring their own game to the blend, and that they do certain things really, really well. So when you're choosing a carrier for your blend, you also want to look at what are you trying to accomplish. If it's skincare, maybe you are going to reach for that red raspberry seed oil and make it a blend with maybe apricot seed oil or sweet almond oil. If you are looking for what we're doing right now, we're making a blend for rest and relaxation. We're putting into jojoba. It has a really long shelf life. It's very stable. The blend I'm going to make, it's my secret recipe that we're going to make in the follow-up Q&A event, is all for pain and inflammation. And I actually am putting that blend into castor oil. And I can't wait to tell you in our Q&A after this for our Natural Living Club members why I am totally in love with castor oil all over again because of this experience. So it really depends on the viscosity and the thickness of that particular carrier. If you have a carrier that's a little thinner, the oils will get into your system even faster. If you have a thicker oil, like castor oil, which I just love so much, it's a thicker oil, and so it's going to deliver those essential oils in a more regulated, slower manner into your system. And so when you are looking at your carriers and your options for that, that's one thing to keep in mind, and that's a lot of the rationale of how we select which carrier for which particular blend. So I hope that's a starting place. And again, these live events are meant to give you an introduction to how professional aromatherapists approach blending. We absolutely recommend going through different courses and gaining education and knowledge, your own foundation around how to work with different essential oils and different carrier oils. A great place to start, and we have it down below where you're watching right now, is our Aromatherapy 101 course. It's just phenomenal in terms of its base level foundation, and it is free for all of our Natural Living Club members. You can find it in your courses. So if you want to learn more about essential oils and carriers and dilution guidelines, definitely go through that course, especially if you are in our Natural Living Club, as it's free for you. It's a wonderful resource. And you can, again, take your knowledge all the way up to that clinical aromatherapy level. I was just talking with one of our Natural Living Club members this morning. We were going back and forth about she's potentially going to enroll in our advanced graduate program through the Aromahead Institute. We were just talking about how much we love chemistry. So each one of these oils, and we're not getting into the chemistry specifically in this event, but Angelica root does all of the things that we just went over and I just listed because of the chemistry and because aromatherapists have been working with it, and the chemistry confirms the intuition that often intuition can come first, and then you can confirm your intuition with chemistry in terms of different chemical components doing very specific actions. And that's how we know the oil is going to go in there and it's the right choice for that particular moment. All right, Elizabeth, I'm a newbie. Where and how do I get started? You are here and you are in the right place. We are so happy to have you here. You can, I would highly suggest joining our Natural Living Club. It's $24 a year. We have such a warm, supportive group of folks in there. Everyone from newbies when it comes to essential oil work to advanced practitioners. We would love to have you. It's a great community to be a part of. And then I would recommend starting right with that Aromatherapy 101 course that's free. And it's a $49 value, and you get so many things for joining as a Natural Living Club member. So it's a great option and a great way to dive in. If you want to just go straight to studying at Aromahead without the Natural Living Club route, amazing. We have a huge course list over there, and you can purchase your tuition to the Aromatherapy 101 course. It's $49, and it's a beautiful course. Okay. So we've got our Angelica root, and I went ahead and selected some oils that I know are so good for sleep and relaxation. We've talked about a few of them. Cape chamomile is coming back today. If you want to go through and watch the replay for our sleep event that we did earlier this summer, I believe it was sometime in July. We have so many different recipes we went and put together for sleep support. Cape chamomile is one of those oils. It's my top 3 oils. It's in my top 3 when it comes to essential oils for sleep support. it is not only does it have a beautiful plant story, it is from South Africa. And our producer down there actually goes out into the fields there in South Africa and wildcrafts the Cape chamomile blossoms. And that is what creates the steam distillation of our beautiful Cape chamomile. It's so deeply relaxing and restorative and so good for sleep. So it's definitely here in our lineup. I'm very excited about that. We have some other options here we're going to talk about in just a moment. So I'm going to take out my journal here. And there's different things we could blend for. So when it comes to creating, and this is where I need your input, when it comes to creating a blend that's so beneficial for that your evening routine, it could be maybe the beginning of your evening. Maybe it's around 6 o'clock, you're just getting home and you want to put on your essential oil blend to start your evening routine, to like start transitioning that moment from work to home. And this is that transition. That's one way we could approach this blend, or we could put this blend together intentionally for maybe an hour before you want to fall asleep. You're in your bed reading, or you're doing a crossword puzzle, whatever it is that you do. I don't think I've ever once done a crossword puzzle to fall asleep. I should maybe try that. I've heard people recommend that. Whatever it is, your routine for going to bed, maybe it's closer to bedtime. So let's choose some aspect together of our evening routine. Maybe it is, maybe you want just a diffuser blend, but we're going to specifically blend for, we're going to use our free gift that we're sending to any of our Natural Living Club members of the Angelica root. So while we could make a diffuser blend, we could make a bath salt, we can make a foot soak, we could do all sorts of things. This is going to be a blend in jojoba. So what should our intention be? I'm sending this out into the universe and into our chat. Should we make a sleep blend for right before bed? Should we make an evening wind down blend that we're putting on around 6 p.m.? What should we do with which direction should we go? And that will decide if we're going to go with spikenard, rosewood, Cape chamomile, this beautiful lavender infused frankincense oil, patchouli, and then of course we've got our Angelica root right here. So weigh in the comments, what specifically should we blend for? What part of our evening should we blend for? Put that into the comments and we will make a blend specifically for that moment, because we would choose slightly different oils. We would choose different oils if we're at the beginning of our evening routine versus we want to fall asleep, it's time to go to bed, part of our evening routine. All right, I love these suggestions coming in. You know what I love too? I love our Natural Living Club school community in that we have recently been taking advantage of school created a live event option right there in the platform. Let me show you what I mean. So here I am in our community, and for example, we did a circle of light last Friday where it was our interfaith version of prayer warriors, all faiths, any faith, any belief system. We all came together and we did this meeting where we were able to see each other, and folks had the option of being on camera and unmuting their mic and sharing different things that they wanted our group to lift up, or different things that were going really well. We had a huge discussion on essential oils for ADHD support, which was very needed for the members who attended. We also had a huge discussion on just how to prepare for different surgeries and end-of-life care. So it was a beautiful group. And what I'm loving, absolutely loving about our community is that when I see your names pop up here, I know it. I can pair your name with your face, and we're having discussions where we're all there, and it feels like we're all in person together. And so I'm just absolutely loving seeing everyone here and getting to know everyone on an even deeper, more, more of a community level. So I just wanted to say that's such a huge perk for joining our Natural Living Club, is to be a part of those things. And it's a group of people that really, we have each other's back in a really authentic, beautiful way. So we would love to have you join us. Okay. All right, time for bed, right before bed. Okay, yep, let's do a blend for right before bed. So this is our sleep blend. Let's do that. I really like that. I'm going to take a sip of Karen's tea that she brought me. That is delicious. Is that, what kind of tea is it this week? It's what? Oh, it's a hajiri tea. Beautiful. It tastes really good. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and open up my journal. This has been our drop by drop blending journal. It is October 1st. Welcome to October, everyone. I love October. Um, I love living in Montana in October. We were talking about how May and June, September and October are our favorite months to live in Montana. The rest is just training for those months, in our opinion. So I'm going to write down the date. And again, if you are home and you are blending, I highly recommend you have your own aromatherapy journal. That way you can keep track of things that are working. It can also be a document on your computer or your iPad, whatever it is, or even just a voice memo, however you like to keep track of your thoughts. But I love just a paper journal. So this is the date. I'm going to put the intention for our blend, which is right up here. It's going to be, let's call it for now, let's call it deep sleep. But we are going to deep sleep blend. That's our intention. We're going to come up with a more fun name for it. This group has such creative names. So this is our deep sleep blend. And we know we are going to work with Angelica root. That's the one oil we know we are going to work with. Now, in this particular gift that we're sending out, I want to make it easy for you to blend with this very specific bottle of oil that will get shipped out to you on any order over $25. This opened yesterday, so I saw some folks are getting this Angelica root without even knowing it was a free gift for the week. And so I'm excited for that. It opened yesterday and it will go through Monday at noon Mountain Time. And so in this blend are 6 drops of Angelica root, and we're going to use a third of this. So we know we are going to use at least 2 drops of Angelica root in this blend. Now I want to hop back over to Angelica root because it's really important to keep in mind the safety of every essential oil that you work with, especially if you're new to oils. Just double check the safety on any oil. You wouldn't think it, but Angelica root is actually an oil that is considered phototoxic. So typically we, in our minds, if you are around oils or you're learning about oils, one thing we're talking about all the time is how some of our citrus oils are phototoxic, but it's not as well known that oils like Angelica root are phototoxic as well. So you want to make sure that you are keeping that in mind. Now, this blend is a little tricky. If you were to take just this blend and put it straight onto your skin without diluting it down any further, there's a potential that it could be phototoxic. Now that just means that if you have this oil on your skin at a dilution that is over the recommended amount and you go out into the sun for an extended period of time or even a short period of time, depending on how strong the sun is, and the chemical reaction and can create a chemical burn on your skin when the sun reacts with that oil. So some oils are very phototoxic, like bergamot, and some oils are mildly phototoxic, like Angelica root and grapefruit, for example. So you just need to make sure that you are really keeping track of the safety around each one of these oils. So we are going to be well within the safe range when we take just a third of this, which is 2 drops of Angelica root, and put it in our blend today. We are in no danger of any phototoxic reaction, so we are good to go. But I did want to point that out to any of you who just received this blend in the mail, even with the 6 drops, because we are recommending no more than 4 drops per 1 ounce of carrier as a safe dilution. So if you're going to use this right on your skin, just make sure that you also have a sweater on, or maybe you're using it at night, something like that. And this is a perfect blend because we are using it at night. And again, we're going to be perfectly safe with those just 2 drops because we're using just a third in our blend. So that is great. And I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. If this is a brand new oil for you, I just wanted to make sure that you are reminded to check out the safety and keep track of that. All right, I'm going to peek over at my comments really quick. And again, if you have any questions, we've got our moderators are here. Mina's here, Karen's here, Jaren's here, Devin's here. Also, please bring your questions and comments into our post live event Q&A over on School because I can't wait to just interact, and I can't wait for you to just ask your question and we'll dive in. And last time we roped Karen into helping out with some answers too, so maybe she'll come help with us. We'll see. All right, so we've got our Angelica root selected, and this is a blend for deep sleep. Okay, so we have some other options here, and I chose these options so you would have even more variety, building on the live event we did for sleep support this past summer, which is 2025 now. So if you want to go and look at that replay here on the Aromahead channel, just Google sleep or search sleep, it'll pop right up. It is again from probably July 2025. I love the recipes that we came up with. So this, I wanted to give us even more option. A lot of times folks, if they don't love the aroma of, for example, lavender, which is one of the oils we love for sleep because of its chemical components and how it works with our body and just the natural chemicals that it brings to us to help with sleep. A lot of folks, if you don't love the smell of lavender, you love the smell of patchouli. And many of us love both, right? But patchouli is such a great oil for sleep support, and it's such a great oil to pair with Angelica root in terms of its aromatics. So let's go ahead and smell these oils together. Now, out of these oils that I'm about to kind of walk through, we are going to choose 2 of them to blend with Angelica root. So if I am describing an oil and you're like, I definitely want patchouli in there, place your vote in the chat and we'll put together a blend where you have the ability to sway the outcome of this blend based on your personal choices and preferences. So I'm really excited to see where this blend, with the direction this blend will go in aromatically. Again, all of these oils so good for deep sleep and relaxation. So it's going to be a home run. Now we're just working on the aromatics of the blend, right? Okay, so I'm going to smell these 2 oils together. And oh my goodness, if you are someone that just loves that deep sort of woodsy aroma, and you're thinking it's just, I don't know how else to describe this, like a lumberjack with a flannel shirt on about to go chop some wood. This is the aroma that I imagine this individual would love so much. It is just, again, so beautiful, so complex, so deep, so woodsy, and it just really would be such a great blend to put into a diffuser to have on in the background if you and your family are going through an evening routine. It's a great blend, especially if the people you are blending for or yourself, you are not drawn to that particular day rose or jasmine or even any of the camomiles or lavender. You want that deep woodsy aroma. This is it. Patchouli and Angelica root together are gorgeous. If I was just going to blend these 2 together, I'd put in a little bit more patchouli than I would Angelica root. But this is where, and I want you to see the magic of blending for your own needs and your own self and your own nose. And when you have a client or you have someone you're blending for, really sit down and have those conversations and let them smell oils so that you put together a blend for them that they're absolutely going to adore when it comes to the aromas and how they're all working together. So yes, you would describe it as a musk. Thank you for better words, Marcy. I very much appreciate that. Yes, definitely. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so one of our options for this blend is patchouli. We'll see what happens here. It's, again, a gorgeous combination. I shouldn't tighten that cap so tightly because we're going to come right back to it. Another oil that just I cannot get enough of right now is our lavender infused frankincense. Now, this is one of our very favorite frankincense distillers. They are the top of the conversation when it comes to sustainability. They go all over the world, talking at conferences, talking to supply chains. They are just shouting out how to have sustainably produced frankincense and the importance of that, because as we all know, frankincense essential oil and frankincense resin is on the international sustainability watch list. So it's super, super, super important. Just like we know for certain here at our Aromatics, all our frankincense, myrrh, our resins are beautifully sourced in terms of the ethics of those oils. This is our again, one of our very favorite frankincense distillers. They started doing this with us a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago now. What we do is when our lavender field is in full bloom here in Montana and the flowers are at their most vibrant, we go and we pick those flowers and we overnight ship them to this distiller, overnight ship these lavender blossoms as quick as they can so they're as fresh and vibrant as possible. We ship them over and they actually infuse into the frankincense oil. They infuse our Montana artisan lavender for about 6 months. And that's what this oil is. And it smells like lavender. It smells like frankincense. It is a gorgeous oil. If you don't have it yet, and you love frankincense and you love lavender, angustifolia, lavandula angustifolia, you definitely need this. And it brings, again, that calming effect of the lavender and that calming effect of the frankincense together in that 6-month infusion. Oh my goodness, it's like a stew in the fridge that's just perfect. It's been there, but not too long. It's just the flavors are just so robust. That is what this oil is. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is another option that we can use for our blend. Let's smell it with Angelica root. And again, you can read more about all of these products over at aromatics.com or inside of your Aroma Head courses. So I just want to know that this is, again, just a preview of these oils and these options. Let's smell these oils together. That's gorgeous. That's really beautiful. And it's totally different than pairing it with patchouli. I'm going to take the cap of the frankincense infused lavender and hold it up a little higher than Angelica root, because Angelica root has a bold personality like peppermint, right? And I don't want it to overpower. Patchouli can hold its own with Angelica root. But this particular oil, the lavender infused frankincense, is a little bit more delicate. That's so much better. So we definitely, when I do this, we know if we're going to use this in our blend, we want this much more of this particular oil than we do Angelica root for that balance, at least for my nose. And this is where you can hold your own caps and you can figure out what your ideal combination is. Okay. Gently put the lid right there. The other oil that we could add into this blend is, and I love that comment, Angie, it would be cool if we could buy your lavender for infusions. I love that. Let me put it in my wish list. Send me a DM. I don't want to forget that idea. That's a great idea. I'm going to go ahead and take my Keep Chamomile, which you know I love for sleep. This oil is what brought me into the world of aromatherapy. When I tried Keep Chamomile oil for the first time, maybe 15 years ago now, and it worked, and I was able to sleep. It was a game changer for me. And I was like, why did that work? Why was I able to sleep? And that's how the dominoes start, right? When you start asking questions like that, that's where you want to learn more and more and more and more about how these precious oils work with our bodies and our systems, how chemistry plays a role, how intuition plays a role, traditional medicine. It's just, that's how it starts, is when one oil works really, really well, right? Okay, so I'm going to take Keep Chamomile and Angelica root and smell them together. All right. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's way more appley and sweet and light and more floral. And so if that's the aroma that you're going for, amazing. Now, one thing we can do, we can bring it down a little bit and ground it with our patchouli. So this is Angelica root, Keep Chamomile, and patchouli. Let's see what these three smell like. They smell really good. Oh, that's gorgeous. This would be such a nice bath soak. It would be a great bath soak, these oils together. I love that. All right, our other options are rosewood, which again, super important to know that the producer or your essential oil company, like us here at Aromatics International, is ethically sourcing rosewood. It's one of those oils that is on the endangered watch list in terms of the wood that it comes from. And our distiller is so thoughtful with how they produce and how they plant and how they craft rosewood oil from Brazil, that we love using it. And we recommend folks to use this for things like sleep support, like we're doing right now. So I'm going to put some caps back on and stay organized. It's really easy to put one cap on a bottle that is not meant for that bottle. Okay. I'm going to take my rosewood here. Rosewood, to me, it has that kind of rosy aroma to it, but it also has a little bit of black pepper. It's a little bit spicy. Let's see how rosewood goes with Angelica root. It goes really, really, really well with Angelica root. And I just feel as though rosewood, patchouli, I'm definitely drawn to patchouli, as you can tell. I keep reaching for it. It's just gorgeous with this. These 3 caps, Angelica root, patchouli, rosewood. That's beautiful. It definitely has that deeper aroma as well. Oh, that's just gorgeous right there. I love it. Okay, so the last oil that we could choose is our spikenard, which again, we've been talking about spikenard. It's from Nepal. We've been talking about how the oils that come from Nepal specifically are hardy. They're robust because of the growing conditions, because of how the oils are often carefully extracted from plants that are, I mean, folks are going up and just wildcrafting part of the spikenard root for this particular oil. And again, I wish I had an hour to tell you all about spikenard. It is one of those oils that jumps out at you, and it is so powerful. And it is, again, one of those top oils that are known for sleep and sleep support. So let's go ahead and see what spikenard, how it blends with our Angelica root first. It blends okay with Angelica root. I don't know if it's my favorite. And honestly, I brought home all of these oils and was just, I was just smelling them and doing my thing with them. And spikenard was a last minute grab. I was like, we gotta have spikenard in there. I don't love how these two play together. Maybe the spikenard is just too strong. Let's go like this. You know what would soften it? Let's see if we put our Cape Chamomile in here. Those 3 together. Yeah, that's nice. The Cape Chamomile gives it a real soft edge, a real soft note, and all of those play better for my nose together. Okay, let's go ahead and vote on this. So we know we're using Angelica. What other oil, and maybe you've been putting it and now my eyes are on the chat, so put it in again. What other oil should we blend with? So should we start with, for sure, for our deep sleep blend, what other oil should we use? Janae is saying cats often like spikenard. Well, I love that. Anything that's going to bring your cat around for more snuggles is a win for me. All right, so Roxandra is saying rosewood is another one of my favorites. I just use it sparingly because of the endangered. Yep. One great thing is when you order it from us here at Aromatics International, you don't necessarily have to use it too sparingly because the producer wants to produce. And it's a sustainable way of producing. And so please buy it and please use it. That's something that I've had to give myself permission to do, especially oils that are super rare and super precious. It makes me want to reach for them very sparingly. And that's a great reaction and a great instinct, right? But I will say that the producer wants you to buy oil because they love what they do and they love producing the oil. So don't feel bad about using it when you know the route and the chain is very sustainable. So feel really good about that. All right. I love these suggestions. All right. We've got patchouli and rosewood, patchouli, Angelica, and rosewood. Yeah, I know, right? Yes. So the lavender, Frank lavender and Cape chamomile is a gorgeous combination. It's absolutely beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm seeing, let's go ahead. We know we've got our Angelica root. I'm going to choose patchouli. And let's go ahead and do our rosewood in here, right? Let's do that. The other oils here are equally as good. If we're just having fun putting together our own version, right? It's kind of like just really crafting the chocolate chip cookie recipe that works perfectly for you in your kitchen. There's thousands of options. So we can make so many excellent combinations. It again comes down to who you're blending for and how they are resonating with the oils. because when someone loves the oils that you've blended for them, or you love the oils you've blended, you're going to be reaching for that blend. You're going to get more life out of it. You're going to enjoy it so much more. So definitely follow your intuition on that. Okay, so we've got our Angelica root, we've got our patchouli, we've got our rosewood. So we want a total of, I'm going to say for these oils, especially now that we are, we've got rosewood in here, we just want to do the perfect amount. We don't want to overdo it or underdo it. So for a 3% blend, we are wanting to have 1 ounce of our jojoba oil, or the carrier of your choice, and a total of 15 to 18 drops will be the percentage we're looking for. And so that is going to be our 3% dilution. And we typically recommend no more than 3% for a situation like this, where it's you're looking for deep sleep. It's not a deep immediate pain where you would take the percentage up potentially, depending on what's going on. So a 3% is kind of the max that we recommend for a blend like this. And you would even want to take it down to a 2% if you're going to be using it for more than 2 weeks at a time. So just keep in mind the duration that you want to use the blend for, the oils you're using. So we're going to aim to have a total of 15 drops in this blend. We could take it up to 18 if we wanted to, but we're going to keep it at 15, especially because we have the rosewood in here. So now I've got my Angelica root. Now I'm going to write down patchouli. And we're going to do our drop by drop method together. I'm going to put down the rosewood here. Okay, so those are our 3 oils. I know I need a total of 15 drops. Now, those of you in your AromaHead courses, don't forget that you have dilution guidelines, even starting in A101, Aromatherapy 101. If you are new to all of this and you are in the Natural Living Club, don't forget you have a PDF we put together for you for different dilution guidelines for different things. So if you're like, wait, what? 3% aroma math? Yikes. Don't worry. We have you. There's resources waiting for you inside of the Natural Living Club, inside of your AromaHead courses. And of course, you can find that on our aromatics.com website as well. Okay, so we've got our 3 oils here. We're going to start with taking our third of our gift blend, which is, I'll move this slightly over here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm getting better at pouring with my left hand, which is exciting for me. I'm going to take off and I'm going to do just a third of this. I'm going to right hand this. A third of this gift oil, which again is 6 drops of Angelica root in 1 ounce of jojoba. So a third of this is going to give me the 2 drops of Angelica root that I'm looking for. Remember, you don't want more than 4 drops in a topical blend because of the phototoxic potential. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a third of this bottle. And it's okay to eyeball just like that. All right, so we've got a third of my gift blend right here in my deep sleep blend. Now, as we formulate the rest of this, let's come up with a really cute, clever name for this blend. Not just deep sleep. Let's come up with one and just pop it into the comments. And I'll put the recipe into our Natural Living Club. Okay. I've got this over here. So now we have our 2 drops of Angelica root, which we're going to leave it at that. Which for my nose is plenty. Again, it has that big, bold personality, being that more of that celery, maybe a little bit of dill, that like deep herbaceous aroma. So we want to, we don't want to hide it, but we want to make sure that all of the oils are coming out and have an equal voice in this blend. So now we've got our patchouli, and we've got our rosewood. So we have 2 drops, so we have a total of 13 left. Let's fill up the rest of this with jojoba too. Now you don't want to fill it up all the way to the top. We want to leave room for the oils we're about to drop in. So just take it up to right below the shoulder. Like that. And there'll be plenty of room and your dilution will all work out how you would like it to as well. Okay, so now we're going to do drop by drop. I'm going to start with smelling patchouli and rosewood together again. Patchouli and rosewood together, just on their own, are gorgeous. That's a gorgeous combination. I love that. Now, for me, I want the rosewood to come out a little bit more than the patchouli. Patchouli, again, is overpowering the rosewood to me a little bit. Yeah, that's right. I want a little bit more rosewood. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in 5 drops of rosewood into our blend. Okay, I've got my 5 drops of rosewood. So we're at a total of 7 drops so far. Let's go ahead and just smell that. That's really nice. That is a really nice blend of we just have Angelica root, and we just have rosewood in here. That's beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and do 3 drops of patchouli. Patchouli is a thicker oil. We may need to get our pipette involved. We didn't have to get our pipette involved. 3 drops of patchouli. We're at a total of 10 drops right now. So we need 5 more. Let's smell how we're doing here. That is such a beautiful blend. That is gorgeous. You know what I want to do? I want to take this up to just 1 more drop of the Angelica root. I don't want to lose. I want that just to still come out. I'm going to do just 1 drop. Remember, if I get 4 in here, I'm okay. But if I get 5, I'm not okay. So this is high stakes blending right here. 1. Just 1. Let's start with just 1. So now we're up to 11 drops. Yeah, I wanted a little bit more Angelica root. That's perfect. We don't need any more than that, but I wanted a little bit more to come through. If you're blending with your gift blend, you could just do a little bit less than half or a little bit more than half, and that'll give you your 3 drops. Or if you are getting a bottle of Angelica root, just, you can put in your 3 drops of Angelica root into this blend. Okay, I'm loving the names coming in. Sleep Cloud, Dream Weaver, Sweet Dreams, Lights Out, Dreaming with Angels. I love that, especially because Angelica root has that reputation of angelic work already on the energetic level. That might be the one, Dreaming with Angels. I love that so much. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this off. I'm going to put in 2 more drops of rosewood. There we go. So now I'm up to 3, 6, 8. So we need, so I have 3 drops of Angelica root. I have 3 drops of patchouli. I have 7 drops of rosewood already. That is giving me 13 total drops. So, and we need 15. We're looking for 15. Let's put in 1 more drop of patchouli. There we go. 1 more drop of patchouli. That's going to give us 14. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm totally on the fence. 1 more drop of patchouli or 1 more drop of rosewood. It's just going to be such a slight difference of aroma. And this is, again, I hope you can see where once you have narrowed down the oils, are going to get results based on chemistry. That it comes down to just the fun of putting these blends together by aromatic note and how they blend for yourself and for those you're blending for. Let's go ahead and put in, let's do 1 more drop of patchouli. There we go. All right, that's going to get us to our 15 drops. So we have a total of, and I'll write up this recipe and put it in our Natural Living Club. We have oh, look, we've got a poll. How fun. I love my team. We've got a poll. Please participate in our poll. We have 12 votes coming in. How amazing is that? So your 4 options to name this blend are Good Night, Sleep Tight. Love that. Lights Out. Love that too. Dream Maker and Sweet Dreams. So let us know which one you're voting for. We've got 36 votes in. I love this so much. Okay, so while you're voting, and we're naming our blend, we have 3 drops of Angelica root. We have 5 drops of patchouli, and we have 7 drops of rosewood. This is a stunning blend, both aromatically, and it is a home run to help with deep sleep. If you sleep by someone who doesn't necessarily care for florals, they're going to love this. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful blend. I'm so excited about this. All right. I'm so excited to use this blend tonight. We've got 72 votes are in. Amazing. I hope that you have found some new friends today, both in the chat. I hope you consider me a new friend. I hope you found some new friends when it comes to our beautiful essential oils. In the comments too, if you could pop in one of these oils that's really standing out to you based on what you know about them now. You know a little bit more about them. Is there an oil from our presentation that you're really drawn to based on the information we just went over? Please pop it into the chat. I just love knowing what's resonating with you and what you're loving. It just makes my day to know what takeaways you have or what different oils you're really drawn to after learning more about them, potentially. All right. Now, as a reminder, there's ways to stay connected with us, and you can look down below where you're watching. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so, so much. You're such a valuable part of our community, even if you can't make the live events. We're so happy that you're here, and we look forward to interacting with you in other ways besides this particular live event because you're watching the replay. So down below where you're watching, there is our Saturday morning newsletter that Karen does. She works so hard on it and has such amazing content. It's the Thriving Aromatherapist newsletter, so make sure you're subscribed to that. It's a free newsletter. It's amazing. Please join us over on the Natural Living Club. We're about to do a live Q&A where I invite you to bring more questions. I invite you to come on camera, unmute your mic, share with us the oils that work for you for a good night's sleep and a good evening routine. I just absolutely would love to see you over very shortly over in our Natural Living Club to do our Q&A with our Natural Living Club members. And this is so fun. So rosewood, Angelica root, chamomile, those are different oils that you are drawn to and that you're learning about. I love that. I love that. Okay. Again, we are going to, what was the winner?
Dream Maker.
Dream Maker.
You got 100 votes, got 31%.
It got 31%. Dream Maker. Well, if you love the name Dream Maker, if you want to name it your own name, great. But we're going to do Dream Maker, and I'm going to put that the recipe in Natural Living Club. I'll make a post and pop it in right there so that you have it. Final naming round. We've got Dreaming with Angels or Dream Maker. We have another. I have a feeling this is my brother Jaron doing this, and I love that. My brother Jaron can do anything when it comes to technology. He's behind the scenes creating, we'll tell you more about it, but we are creating the most incredible app that we'll be telling you more about later on this year. And it's just going to be phenomenal. If you like aromatherapy, you're going to want this app. All right. So we've got our between two, Dreaming with Angels or Dream Maker. We've got 62 votes in. Oh my goodness. This is so fun. This is so fun. I have a sense Dreaming with Angels is going to win, but we'll see. I like both. Okay, so we are going to finish voting. You have another 30 seconds to vote. We will officially name this blend, and then we're going to start the Q&A over inside of school. And then I would love to see you. I'd love to see you hop over inside of school. Again, how to find us once you join school, become a member. It takes seconds. Come over here, go to calendar. If you are able to, please join us for our Circle of Light. These times are reflected in my time zone. The calendar will be reflected in your time zone. So we are going to do another Circle of Light. Again, any belief system is welcome. It's a very interfaith, non-denominational Circle of Light where we come together. And we last week we lit a candle. We had an essential oil blend. We had a moment of silence where we all prayed in our own way. And we lifted up everyone who needed special requests or different things that were going really well. It was beautiful. It was one of the most incredible events ever, just to come together and to just be there for one another. So that's happening this Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which will be 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, the times will be reflected in your time zone. So if you want to join us, just click right here today. Click this link right here. Actually, we'll click it. I can start both at the same time. There's 7 people here already. So I'm going to allow. I'm going to join call. So I have 2 live events going at the exact same time. Hi, everybody. So I'm going to finish up and then we're going to come over into this Q&A. All right. I have to look at this camera and then I'm coming right over here and we're going to have fun with this post-event Q&A. All right. What name won? Do we have a final winner for the blends? For the blends name? The polls disappeared.
I think it was Dreammaker.
Dreammaker? Dreammaker won. All right, Dreammaker it is. We're going to put that as the official name for this deep sleep blend into our Natural Living Club as a recipe. And again, it was Angelica root, 3 drops, patchouli, 5 drops, rosewood, 7 drops. Gorgeous. Super gorgeous blend. All right, everyone. This has been absolutely lovely. Have I forgotten anything, Devin?
No, it's time to cue it.
All right, time to keep. I'm going to keep my notebook. I'm going to make a little room for my computer here. We're going to hop over in the Q&A. We have 16 people here. Hello, everybody. All right, let's do it. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. We did it. I'm going to move the microphone over. Turn up my volume. There you are. Hi. All right, I'm going to keep my notebook. I'm going to make a little room for my computer here. I think I know what's happening. In the Q&A. We have 16 people here. Hello, everybody. All right.
Plug that back in.
Plug it back in. Let's do it. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your patience. 1 second. Devin said, plug your computer back in.
All right, so just let everyone know. So in order to join this Q&A, you need to join NLC.
Right. In order to join this Q&A, come join us over at NLC. And then you can talk with Ellie and Jessica and Janine and Nancy and Kim. We're about to have so much fun. And Wendy, everyone who's here. We've got 34 folks, 35 coming in. This is fantastic. All right, well, we are going to officially wrap up on YouTube and then officially start over on school. So come join us. We're going to have a great time. All right, we wrapped that one up. Great. That's what Devin said.